How's it? And welcome to the 2020 Mitsubishi ASX. The car's been in South Africa for about 8 years now, and it's actually a really good, I don't want to say little car, but it's not so little actually. It's quite a sizable car. I've had it for a couple of days now, been doing a bit of a run around, and I want to tell you a few things about the ASX. First off, it is powered by a 2-litre engine. It produces 110 kilowatts and 197 newton meters of torque, which is quite average actually, and does pretty well. It's a pretty solid contender to the Suzuki Vitara that I had last week. Price-wise, it's about the same. It's in the 400 grand region. It produces roughly the same power. The Vitara is 103 kilowatts. This is 110 kilowatts. Although this feels a bit more sluggish, but that's purely because this has a 6-speed CVT gearbox. Not a huge fan of the CVT gearbox at all, but it's there anyway. Economy, this is a little bit heavier on fuel. I'm averaging about 8 liters here. In the Vitara, I was averaging about 7. But the ASX, I think, is a really nice car. It feels bigger and more spacious. It's got a much bigger boot. The seats at the back is great. The tech setup in the front, I think, is really fantastic. The screen in the middle has almost kind of got a matte feel to it, but the integration into the dash is really nice. It looks quite premium. So for a car of like this price range, often they like really skimp on the tech stuff because that's an easy place to cut costs. But Mitsubishi have not done that here. It comes equipped with Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. It's got keyless entry. It's got a start-stop button. Got all the luxuries in it that you could want. It's got quite a simple aircon system. It's all got dials and knobs. There are no sort of buttons or displays. And as simple as it is, I really like it. It's almost refreshing to be in a car where there's a knob that you've got to turn to adjust the temperature. I mean, like everything else I've driven lately has some kind of button you have to press. Specifically talk about knobs you need to turn. You know what I love in the ASX is there's a knob for the volume. Like you want to turn the volume down, you turn it. So many new cars have like done away with the button, and they have like a slider or a digital thing you have to press to make the volume go down, and it's actually just junk. So it's got 2 USB ports in the front. It has heated seats as well, leather seats all round. It's got this kick-ass glass roof, which is actually just marvelous. So it doesn't actually open, it's literally just a glass roof. It's got a covering. So you press and hold that. Oh, there we go. So it's got a covering that will actually like cover the roof if obviously you don't want it open. But I like it open. It just gives the car such an airy feel. It makes the car just feel like more spacious inside. Like it's not like cocooned in. So all in all, this ASX is a really good car. Grill Shack is a really cool place to stop. It's just outside Gordons Bay. So if you leave Gordons Bay on Clarence Drive, it's just down there on your right. I've been wanting to stop there for about a year now, and every time I've gone there it's either been closed, or there's been a private function, or there's been like a global pandemic. So we managed to pull in there now. Had a burger. Burgers are pretty good, but it's a really cool environment. Reminds me a lot of like Diesel and Cream up in Marydale. but not far away. I mean, that's sort of like an hour's drive from Cape Town. So if you're looking for a cool outing and a good drive, then the Grill Shack's a cool place to stop. I'm going to keep going on Clarence Drive and head to the base of Highlands Road, and then Highlands takes you back up to the N2. It's a really cool dirt road, mostly uphill, and let's go see what the ASX does on the dirt. Okay, now that we got up here, we need to get down here. I'm going to try and reverse the ASX down the steep hill. So I've done this with a couple of 4x4s before, and they all have reverse descent control. I don't see a button on the ASX for that, but definitely going to try it. Do we think the ASX has reverse descent control? Only one way to find out. Oh, hell no, it doesn't. No, it in fact does not have reverse descent control.
Sure enough, right there.
That backup camera is actually really good. Quality of the screen's good, the picture's good, the backup camera works well, and all in all, it's pretty good. So the ASX on a gravel road. Look, this is not a serious 4x4 off-road contender. This is not your sort of Trophy of Africa style 4x4. It's not a Pajero, but it's significantly more comfortable on a gravel road than most other cars. I mean, I'm talking outside of big 4x4s. The ASX is actually the most comfortable car that I've driven on a gravel road. There's a little bit of movement at speed, but you know, if you head into the Kruger, if you go anywhere where you're driving lots and lots of gravel roads and you just want to drive them like they're normal everyday roads, but you don't want a massive Pajero or Land Rover style SUV, this ASX is a really, really solid option. It seems to have a little bit of extra oomph for when you do hit the odd gravel section. Like getting up there earlier was an absolute breeze. Getting down was a breeze. Like you couldn't take any kind of normal sedan or hatch up there. The ASX has the ground clearance, it's got the all-wheel drive, it does a really, really good job of handling non-tar roads. So quite pleased. This has been really pleasant. This Highlands Road, I once brought a RSQ says quite literally made a few like minor bumps in the road, but nothing serious. So very, very pleasant drive over the gravel.